Hey guys, welcome to Deep South. It's Wanda, and today we're going to talk about soup. Yeah, I said soup. I know it's like 100 degrees outside, people are burning up, but soups. We're going to talk about how to have something to prepare for your family in the future that will easily store on a shelf. Many people always are contacting me about companies that are safe to order from, companies that don't have a lot of chemicals, non-GMO, low salt, all this kind of stuff, and I don't really have a lot of recommendations. To be honest with you, I don't. There's so many companies that have to abide by the rules and add all these chemicals to our food. So when Anderson House contacted me, I usually turn down everything that anybody tells me. I don't take any of these reviews anymore, hardly. One every now and then. But Anderson House contacted me and they have Frontier soups. And I asked the lady, I said, please send me a list of ingredients, because just from what she sent me on the front, it says gluten-free, nothing artificial, no added salt, non-GMO, verified. And I'm like, that sounds good. But what does it taste like? You know, what's the taste? How can it be really good ingredients? So my first thought was, I usually say no and I just delete the email. But this one took my fancy. She sent me a list of ingredients. Now this is the chicken stew mix. I'm gonna read you the ingredients. Navy bean, carrot, potato, onion, pea, celery, bell pepper, thyme, bay leaf, sage. That's it. I can read their ingredients. So I was hooked. And I told her, I said, send me a variety pack. So she sent me the chicken stew mix, chicken and rice soup mix, loaded potato soup mix, the tortilla soup mix, and even though we have our own cornbread and stuff, I wanted to try their cornbread. She sent me the Appalachian Trail cornbread mix. Now this does contain some wheat in it. It's for anybody that doesn't want wheat, but the ingredients in it is enriched yellow cornmeal, enriched wheat flour, because most cornmeal mixes or cornbread mixes, you add some flour. Now Danny and I add corn flour to ours instead of wheat flour. And now this one does have things that I can't hardly read because the wheat flour has a whole bunch of junk added to it. And they put that in it. So the cornbread mix, I guess you would say, does have some chemicals, not necessarily chemicals, it's what they put with the wheat. So if you don't want wheat, you don't want this. And then it says salt. So mainly cornmeal, wheat, and salt. But with the wheat, they have to list all these ingredients because wheat is not good for you anymore. Okay, so Anderson House and Frontier soups. Let's talk about this for a minute. As soon as I got these, one thing I noticed is, look at this. Do you see that you can see all the ingredients? And they look amazing. I mean, right off the bat, I was taken with the look of the packaging, the look of the corn and the veggies and stuff. And the tortilla soup is the one that I tried last night, and they sent an extra one. And y'all, I was going to do a giveaway, but this is good. I ain't giving y'all one. I'm gonna have to do a giveaway and order you one, because I'm going to be ordering myself soon, and I do have a 10% discount code going in below for Frontier soups from Anderson House. So the tortilla soup. First off, the look. Everything looks nice. You can see the ingredients. It doesn't look like there's a lot of powders and coatings or anything like that in there. It looks nice. It comes where you can hang them up. If you've got a variety of them and you have hangers, you can hang these up. They're easily storage. And this is what we're going to talk about. People that did not grow enough food to make it through to next season, because this was a tough year between the freezes, the rains, the drought, and now the heat. It's hard to grow in that, even for seasoned farmers like Danny and I. Our sweet potatoes are struggling, and we're in the South. Sweet potatoes ought to grow like crazy, but still, it's hard to grow and grow enough food for your whole family for 1 year. Danny and I do advocate growing as much of your food as you can, but if you have to purchase, I'm looking for companies that are like this one. You can read the ingredients. That was amazing to me. Okay, so to the tortilla soup. Now, the ingredients on this one is black beans, corn, bell pepper, onion, garlic, cumin, ancho chili, paprika, oregano, and coriander. You can read that. You can read that. Okay, so what I did, it says 6 cups of chicken broth and 1 cup of water. Y'all, I have my own chicken broth. So that's supposed to be 4 cups right here. And I added 2 cups of water just to make it, because I also added a pint, which is 2 cups of stuff here, but a lot of it's chicken. So I added 1 pint of the chicken and broth, 1 quart, and 2 cups of water. Now I could have cut it back to 1 cup of water, I think, because mine was a touch more watery than it might should have been, but for soup, it was perfect. I'm talking to put over cornbread, to put over rice, to put over, if you got something that's going to absorb some of the moisture, because I'm going to get to that in a minute. I used the chicken broth, the canned chicken. Chicken broth you can buy in the store in containers, or you can buy bouillon cubes, whatever equals up to the 6 cups of chicken broth. You just make it. Buy it, whatever you got to have. You may not have your own chickens, so buy chicken broth. It comes in a can, it comes in a container like a cardboard box, it comes in cubes. Any way you have to buy it and make 6 cups of chicken broth. The canned chicken, now you can buy your chicken, you can boil it down and make this and use the broth in this. That's another way. Or you can buy those little cans of chicken of the sea chicken, whatever. 1 or 2 of those in there according to what you want added. It's doable. Now then you need a jar of salsa. Okay, this is something I forgot. I have my own salsa. And when I was making it, I added the broth and the chicken and the soup mix and had it all cooking, and then I said, ooh, salsa, I forgot salsa. So I added half a jar of salsa. Now according to how much salsa you like in yours, you could add the whole jar. It's okay. But if you don't have salsa that you made, take and buy a can of Rotel if you like it hot, or mild if you like it mild. Buy stewed tomatoes, buy tomatoes, onions, and peppers. You can buy cans of tomatoes that add to it. You can buy salsa in a little jar in the chip section. Any way you want to add some tomatoes, add it to it. That's all I can tell you. So what I did, I put this on to boil, and it takes 30 minutes, 35 minutes, something like that. And it's done. I tested the corn, because I'm always a little freaky with corn. Corn, lots of times where it's freeze-dried, dehydrated, whatever, you rehydrate it, corn doesn't taste right. It's crunchy, or it's just, it doesn't have the taste you want. I like fresh corn, but I've not found a way that I've dehydrated it that it tasted right, and I've not found a way to freeze-dry that it tasted like I wanted. But this, oh my, I was hooked when I took that piece of corn out and put it in my mouth. It was sweet corn. I'm talking sweet corn. And it was soft. It was delicious. And the taste of the soup, the tortilla soup, you would not know that you did not cook this in a crock pot all day long, and it was ready, and you and your family were enjoying it. It was amazing. The taste is there. The look is there, the smell. Oh, when I first dumped it out and started cooking it, the smell took me. I'm like, This is awesome. This is tortilla soup. It is amazing. And I hadn't even gotten it where I could taste it yet. The smell was what took me to start with. Then the taste. So I messaged Miss Lippy and I told her, I said, I have found something that's absolutely amazing. It's a soup mix and there's a variety of them. She was amazed. She says, I want some. So y'all, this is going to be your way to prep for the future. The loaded potato soup, you add one big potato cut up in cubes, but it has potatoes in it now. You could do it without adding any, but if you wanted that extra oomph and you had a fresh potato, you can add it to it. That's what it says. Add, if you want bacon, you add the bacon, of course the chicken broth, and heavy cream, or you could use cheddar cheese or sour cream, whatever, but you could make it just the broth and this and eat it. It would be amazing. And the price is awesome too. I can't remember exactly, but under 10 bucks for these things. Under 10 bucks. And you can get a 10% discount with my code down below. Remember that. Anderson House Frontier Soups. Y'all, I'm hooked. I made the tortilla soup. I'm gonna be eating another bowl of it for lunch today. It was amazing. I'm hooked on this. If you don't have a way to buy soups or soup mixes, I know it's hot right now, but guys, stay with me. It's gonna get cold. The cold is coming, and you're gonna want a way to stay warm internally. And these soup mixes are it from Anderson House Frontier Soups. I highly recommend them because you can read the ingredients, guys. You can read it. It smells good. It tastes good. It has the texture. It is like homemade. And it doesn't have all the ingredients that you can't read. Thank you, guys, from Deepsouth Homestead.